What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with Spectacular Gadgets, and yes, I just had to pick up one of these.
Let's do this!
Spectacular Gadgets.
I've been using the Booksnote Air 3C for several months. I decided to purchase the Remarkable Paper Pro, especially due to the fact this version of the Remarkable introduces color. I purchased my Paper Pro from Best Buy. The device, along with the Marker Plus, came to around $629. There are a few other bundles they have for the Paper Pro, but I kept the price down by just getting the tablet and the marker. The Marker Plus by itself will set you back about $129. If you are coming from the Remarkable 2 and think you will save yourself some money by using that pen on this device, I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you, but that pen is not compatible with this device. Now let's do a quick box tour of the Paper Pro. And before you even get to this white box, when I purchased mine from Best Buy, it's actually in a brown box. So you're going to go through a few boxes to get to the actual device. This device right here is my very first Remarkable device, and I must say that the presentation for the packaging is outstanding. Once you rinse the black box, you have finally made it to the device. First thoughts are, the device is slim with some weight. It reminds me of my iPad. Also within here, you have a welcome to our better thinking community card. You have a quick start guide along with warranty information. The last thing inside of this box is a little USB box. So pulling this out, this is your Type-C to Type-C cable to charge the device. Next up, let's go ahead and open up the Marker Plus so we can see what this is all about. Same thing, little pull tab to get the party started, and again in a black box, Marker Plus with the marker tips. Including extra marker tips is a plus in my book, quick start guide, warranty information, and here is the actual Marker Plus writing tool. Like I mentioned before, presentation is amazing. Taking a look at the marker tips, check this out. I'm gonna have to put other companies on notice. I get a true real box to store the extra marker tips in. So this is really nice, not a plastic bag, not a little rinky-dink cardboard box, a decent box, and you get 6 extra marker tips inside of this with your purchase. So the pen, here we go. Take this little tab off, and the pen actually has some nice weight to it, so a nice balanced feel. It's not too light but not too heavy. It has this little eraser so you can actually flip it over and erase what you need to erase, any errors. Remarkable branding, and the pencil actually has some kind of grip and texture. Here, take a look at the marker tip, and again you get 6 extra tips. They make it so it's not going to roll off the table when you place it down because it has a flat side. Love it, love it. All right, 3 minutes into the video and we can finally get into my notepad. That's what I'm going to be calling this. This is going to be my notepad. But again, I'm getting iPad vibes here. You got some Remarkable branding. This little connector here is to add extra accessories like a keyboard or something like that. But you get little feet on the device. So all 4 corners have this nice little grippy feet. Here is where you're going to charge the device, your Type-C port, but I want to bring your attention to the little grooves. This kind of makes it look like it's a stack of paper, like sheets, like a notebook. So better paper, better thinking, Remarkable, first Remarkable device. This little empty space right here is allowing me to hold it without touching anything. All around the device, it gives you, like it's a stack of paper, stack of writing paper. I'll place the Marker Plus on the side, and I want you to see that the magnet on this is really good. I don't think that this marker itself is going to go anywhere. Here's the power button, so let me go ahead and power this on while I talk to you. It does feel good. I am going to get a case for it. Don't want it to get damaged because I do intend on taking this to work, do some things at home, so it's going to be like my all-around device that I use, but especially at work because I do a lot of notes and reminders, and I don't like all of those post-it sticky notes all around. Next up is I have my iPhone. I'm going to use it to pair it with the device, but let's go ahead through the setup. I have to first attach the marker. So by doing that, it's going to recognize the marker and let us know the battery life of the marker. But you can also skip this part if you don't have the marker, but you're going to need the marker because why else would you get this? It's letting me know that the marker is charging. That's great. Next up, once we press this, it said, did you see that? So I'm going to press the refresh button, and this kind of helps refresh the screen, and then I'll get next, and we're going to go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi. So it's asking you to go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi. You can skip this if you want to, but as you see, there is an update out of the box, so I'm happy about that. And with the update, I'm going to go ahead and actually connect to my Wi-Fi. So I have successfully connected to the Wi-Fi, and now I can get that latest software update. The next part of the setup process is to pair the device with your smartphone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But if you don't want to, you don't want to pair it, you can choose to skip this step. But I'm going to show you how it works. I'll get the iPhone, put it on the camera app, and scan that QR code. Once I do that, the website comes up. It gives me options of how I want to log in or create an account. As I mentioned before, I have never had a Remarkable account, so I have to set one up. So I'll put an email address in, and now all I need to do is add the device by pressing that blue box. Once I do that, there is a little code that I'm supposed to type into my Remarkable, and using the keyboard on this is smooth and quick. There is no delay. So pairing, it's trying to pair, and just like that, the pairing process is complete. So once you have done that, you'll get to this screen, and towards the bottom, there's another blue box, and it says activate free trial. So they do give you a free trial period, and I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to carry on without activating that free trial, but once that trial time is done, it's going to cost you $2.99 a month. Now we have made it to the enter passcode page. You can skip it if you want to. This is going to require you to put a 6-digit passcode in, and this little eyelid is to either not show when you're typing in the code, or if you press it and the eye is open, it's going to show you what numbers you're pressing. For me, I'll be using this device for certain work tasks as well. Certain client information will be used on this, so for best practices, I will be entering my passcode. Now I just have to confirm it. Once you do that, it's going to give you a code for a recovery for the lost passcode. I have it covered right now, but go ahead and make sure you write that down and store it somewhere safe. Next up, I need to choose the writing hand that I use. I am a right-handed writer, so it's already selected by default. If you're left, select left, then hit next. And once we have selected the writing hand, looks like the setup process is complete. And now looks like we're going to get some quick tips on some key features. Similar to an Android device, if you just swipe down from the top right, you'll get to a few quick settings such as brightness. You'll see your Wi-Fi. I just covered up my Wi-Fi. You'll be able to go into airplane mode, and you'll be able to quickly get to those settings from anywhere on the device. I plugged in the device with a Type-C cable that I already have, but once I do that, you'll notice the little charging indicator. If you swipe down, you'll get the percentage. So I'm at 69% battery. I'll keep the device plugged in until it gets to 100%. As I have the device plugged in, notice that the marker battery indicator is also showing on the side. The marker doesn't charge by itself. It will charge using the Paper Pro device. Pressing the top left opens the menu and settings. This is where my files, how I want to filter by, favorites, tags, down here, trash, guides, and at the very bottom you have settings. So I'll press settings. Once you open up settings, it'll take you to the general settings. Now under general settings, it has a little bit of information about the device, but under the first section is personal, and this is where you'll find the email that you use to sign up. Also, you'll have language and keyboard, so select the language and the keyboard that you want to use. Once you select the software, you can check here for any software updates. We should be up to date since we just updated it not too long ago. Toggle on automatic updates so it can automatically update your device. Toggle on advanced, and you have the options to be a part of the beta program, retail mode, and developer mode. Selecting the help option gives you information on compliance, copyrights, and licenses, but also for support and other questions, there's a link to contact them. Under the battery settings, there's not much to it. The only option you have is to put it in auto sleep, so you can either do that or not. Under storage settings, this is where you're going to find the amount of disk space and storage you have left. This device comes with 64 gigabytes of storage, and you already see there is some already used as we're used to. There is no option for expandable storage via a micro USB card. You can access files on your computer connected with a cable. You can use remarkable cloud storage, but it will cost a fee, or you can totally sync without subscription, but file storage is limited. Under security, you have the option to change your passcode if you need to, update your personal information, or toggle the device for light sleep. The accessibility options or settings, this is where you can choose left or right hand, but this is also where you can choose your font size. You have two options, standard or large. On the home page or the main page, you have a few options to sort your files and notes, as well as how you view the files. You can choose from grid or list view. I'm pretty excited to get my first note in the book, so I'm going to select quick sheets just to get my first feel for this device, for the marker plus, see how it feels, the difference between my books and this device. And I'm gonna say it does have a different feel as far as like obviously the pencil to the device, but there's no lag or anything to this. It writes pretty decently actually. Let's see, I have different tools here, so I got a stack of different writing pencils. I got colors, of course this is the color device, so we have plenty of colors, plenty of writing tools, and we have 3 forms of thickness with each tool. So this gives me a lot of choices, and that was one of the things that I said with the books. I wanted more writing tools. I needed more writing tools. So I'm going to go through each tool and kind of see what it looks like, and we'll go ahead and take a look.
Spectacular gadgets. Oh yeah.
When I want to go to the next sheet of paper, I just swipe from the right. Also note there are 2 writing tools that you can have on this sheet at one time. So right here on the bottom, by default, that's the highlighter that they have placed there. And on the top, it's whatever pen or tool you've selected. So by default, I'm going to select the calligraphy pen. It's my favorite, and just make it the color green. So the next time I use it, it will be that color. You can also do typed text. And as I mentioned earlier, when I was putting in that code, the keyboard is actually very responsive. I didn't feel any lag, so I don't think you would have any issue typing on the on-screen keyboard. And also they do have a keyboard accessory by Remarkable that you can connect to the device and be able to type on that as well. Next up, let's take a look at the eraser tool. You have 3 levels of eraser thickness. Remember, this particular pen you can go ahead and turn upside down and erase your errors or mistakes. Now I'm going back to my calligraphy pen, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to write Remarkable on there. And as you see, it's like black, right? But no, remember, I selected green. So it's going to do this kind of flash refresh thing on the screen to get you the color that you selected. And I'm pretty used to this because, like I said, I had the Books Note Air 3C, which was color. So it kind of had to do the same thing to get that color in there. If you have a bigger mistake, you can just go ahead and select the selection eraser to remove bigger erase jobs. Another tool that is available is the selection tool. Now, this selection tool is that you can select anything on your screen and be able to move it to another part of the screen, rotate it, or do whatever edits or anything that you need to do. So, as you see, I'm creating this box around the word remarkable, and now I can kind of move that around where I want it to. Selecting the icon with the four boxes actually opens up the many pages within your note, so you'll be able to select what page you need if you need to do an edit or whatever you're trying to do. When you're on this page, you have the ability to long press one of the pages, and by doing that, you'll notice you have options here on the top like tag, convert, duplicate, send. You can throw things in the trash, but what you can also do is, let's say you need to reposition the pages within a note. So let's just say that page 3 should have been where page 2 is, so you can go ahead and move that.
Oh yeah.
Selecting this at the top really just removes all the tools from the side of the screen, so as you see, it's just a nice clean slate that you have. And then when you want to get it back, just select it again, and there reappears all your tools. Next up, tags. You can go ahead and tag certain files. You can do follow-up tags, and I'll get into that in another video. The next option we have is layers and templates, and I'll probably do another video about this, but this is a good thing, and a lot of people that sketch or artists like to use layers because it doesn't disturb another layer, so you can do edits and stuff. So that'll be another video. But what's cool also is that we have a share and convert option. You can do email, you can convert text, but you can also do this present with screen share, which is a pretty cool feature that this device has. So we've been dealing with quick notes, but you can also have regular notes. You can have folders, and as you see, all I have to do is hit that plus, and it brings up a few things that I can create. So if you want a notebook, you can do that. If you just want a whole folder for certain things, you can do that. And as soon as you select that, it says new notebook. You type in the title of the notebook. You have templates already sitting there. So they have a few that they have across the page, and you can select from here, or you can say if you view all, you get a nice list of everything that comes already on the device. And I'm pretty sure that you can add your own, but I haven't went down that lane yet. I'm still trying to learn this device, but as you see from the jump, they give you plenty of options for templates. This device introduces color, so it makes the notes that we take, the sketches that we draw, or whatever we're going to be using this device for, this allows it to stand out a bit more. So, and the colors actually look pretty decent. Now let's test the noise level when taking notes on this device. Now listen to a more extreme use. If you're going to draw or something, listen to this. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later, later, later.